Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I am reviewing the High Republic Adventures Annual 2021, which was released on December 15th, 2021, and contained 5 stories. Set for Life, written by Charles Soule, art by Sam Beck. No Stone Unturned, written by Claudia Gray, with art by Jason Liu. First Mission, written by Justine Ireland, with art by E.L. Nathan. Crash and the Crew Do What They Do, written by Daniel Hazelwood, with art by Jesse Lonergan, and The Hall, written by Cal Scott, with art by Stefano Simon. Sam, all 5 High Republic authors wrote a story for this annual. So I'm going to kind of go through every single one first and review each one, I guess. Starting with Charles Soule's story, Set for Life, which was set before Light of the Jedi, and follows Loden and Bell on El Farona as they help out these miners, which the one is kind of stuck in a cave, which is kind of collapsing, which once they're in the cave, they learn that the miners caused it themselves, because they're trying to get this rare crystal they found, which will set them, up nicely. So, we see Loden and Bell use the Force to kind of hold the weight of the cave, but the miner uses that to then continue mining the crystal so they can get it, which, the Jedi can't hold the weight any longer, and so Loden kind of forces Bell outside, which, once outside the cave, he kind of watches the cave collapse, but then we see Loden and the miner come out with his crystal, which Loden tells the miner that, they're set for life now, and they only has that life because of help from others, and Loden tells him that maybe to think about, that next time he does something reckless like that. But the story ends with Bell asking Loden why he did that, which, he basically says that Jedi are supposed to be selfless, and so that sometimes they need to help the selfish, which Loden asks Bell if he had known that the miner was going to be so selfish, would he have gone into that cave, which Bell says he probably wouldn't have, which Loden says that's alright, but someday you will be. So yeah, I really like this story. Loved Loden in Light of the Jedi, because, we didn't get much of him in The Riding Storm, and, he dies at the end of that novel. It was nice to get more of him, and I really like these, teachings in this story to Bell about, helping the selfish. So yeah, but my grade for this one, I'm going to say A-. But then Claudia Gray's story, No Stone Unturned, which was a story about Leox and Affy, seemingly set after Into the Dark. I don't know how, but, I think it's actually even set after the 6th and 7th issue of the Adventures series, what they appeared in. So, I don't know when this exactly takes place, but sometime after that, but before the Fallen Star, I assume. But in this story, we see them doing a mission where they kind of get this jewel from this ruin, which we see them right in the middle of that, right after they got the jewel. They thought there was no, it was this abandoned ruin, but they are getting attacked by the locals, and so they kind of run back to the vessel with the jewel. But once they get there, Leox, he doesn't want to hurt anyone, kind of talks to them and telling them that, they can have the jewel back. But I guess the jewel is some part of some ritual they do, the locals do, and I guess the light shines down on it during a certain time of the year or something like that. But, it's only going to happen in a few minutes, and they won't have enough time to get it back in place. But Leox has an idea, which I guess was to use Geode to hold the jewel in place. But the story ends with the locals inviting them to their feast. So yeah, this story is alright. I wasn't fully sure it was going to ending, why Geode was needed for it. But it was a fine story. It's kind of about, not messing with stuff what isn't yours. So yeah, but my grade, I'll say a B. But then Justine Ireland's story, First Mission. In this story, we see Vernestra Rwoh meeting Stellan Gios for the first time, which we see them go to this banquet on the planet Hanistia, where Stellan and another Jedi, Lanila Cobb Uya have brokered a deal with the Hutts and the royal family of this planet, which during it, Vernestra notices the drinks are a Povo punch or something, which I guess is poisonous to the Hutts. So Stellan goes and tells the Hutts all about this, which we learn that the Hutts, I guess, maybe set it up, the frame, either the royal family or the Jedi or both, trying to poison them or something. And so they start attacking them, and Stellan and Vernestra have to defend everyone from the Hutts goons, which they do. And so then they confront the Hutts, including Jabba, who's also there, which the queen of Hanistia also confronts Jabba, telling him she'll ransom him back to the Hutt Council. But then we see her thank the Jedi, and the story ends with Stellan and Vernestra, talking, and Stellan, saying they're gonna work well together. So yeah, I thought it was a cute story about those two meeting. It's cool seeing Jabba in the Hutts again. Felt like when we saw them last time in the High Republic Adventures. I wish there just was more to them. So yeah, but my grade for this one I'm gonna say B-. So yeah, but then Daniel tells the older story, Crash and the crew do what they do. We see several new characters, one named Crash, as they kind of do like some security on Corellia while Chancellor Lena So is visiting and making a big speech there, which they spot these scav droids or probe droids or something who are kind of taking comms down, which they were sent out by this mysterious person named the Spryler, who's working with the Nile. We saw this in the 11th issue of the High Republic Adventures. But we see Crash and her crew take care of the droids, but she thinks it might not be the last of them, which is true, as we see there's Spryler talking with Sabatini Krill about now knowing what to do for their next attack. So yeah, this story was more about setting stuff up for the High Republic Adventures and whatnot. So it was kind of whatever. I'll just have to wait and see how everything plays out. So yeah, but my grade for this one I'm gonna say is a C+. Yeah, but finally, Captain Scott's story, The Hall, which in this one we kind of see this Nile storm named Slombo trying to pull off this heist, which Lorna D then also appears and joins in, which they open this vault and it's revealed to be a trap as Jedi Master Porter Engle, or the Blade of Bardotta, is there. And so he fights off the Nile. Lorna D kind of bails on everyone and, gets to her ship and leaves. And the story ends with, Porter Engle capturing Slombo. So yeah, it was whatever. It was cool seeing Porter Engle again and doing some more action, but it's probably my least favorite of all the stories in this annual. My grade, I'll say a C. So yeah, all in all, the annual was fine. Say my rankings for the stories are probably how they were, ordered actually in the issue. I really liked Charles Soule's story. That was the best one. I enjoyed Gray's and Ireland stories, but Older's was more about setting stuff up. Captain Scott's story, I didn't really care for it that much. So yeah, but all in all, it's fine. I liked getting some extra stories. I definitely some stories set before the main series, what kind of are revolving around the Nile, like Soule's story and Ireland's story. I like those, but yeah, I guess if I were to grade the annual as a whole, I'll say a B, I guess. I'm not really sure there. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this one. Next, I'll be reviewing Trail of Shadows issue 3, so you can check it out then. But in the meantime, you can check out everything else I do. If it's stars, I'll catch you guys in the next one.